I feel like much like Walking Dead and Invincible, and comparing this to other Kirkman's books, is they still sell trade wise, and
Right.
these are going to sell trade wise in the future because I still sell Invincible books nonstop now the show's out. Um, Walking Dead has died down a lot, but that's because I think it's like Watchmen. Everyone's read it.
Well, and also I feel like they beat the show into the ground. I mean, I stopped watching a
Yeah.
long time ago, but I mean, I
Oh,
think there's
same
what
here.
is there like nine spin-offs and a fucking movie and a fucking, officially licensed porno or I don't know, whatever.
Oh,
Um, no,
does it
I'm kidding.
involve Carol? Because I would watch that.
Um, no, but Invincible, like the I never read that book and the show is great. Unfortunately, I'm not watching the show anymore because Amazon chose to put commercials in it, and I think they can go fuck themselves because I pay a yearly fee for Prime, and now I'm livid about. I'm so mad about that.
I get it. My issue with it is it's an hour long, and I tend not to have time to watch an hour show. So it's like if it's going to be like, ooh, should I watch Invincible or should I watch Kite Man? Well, Kite Man is 20 minutes. I'm going to watch Kite Man. By the way, everyone watch Kite Man. It's amazing.
I just noticed the thumbnail today. I knew you were going to tell me that it was amazing. I will.
Did you ever read Hitman?
Yeah, I loved Hitman.
Kite Man takes place in Noonan's bar.
Oh
Noonan is the
shit.
bartender. Um, Six Pack is in it.
Oh,
Six Pack is in it a lot.
is
And
Dog Welder in it?
sadly, no, not yet. Hitman is not in it. So Hitman is very absent from it. But the show is about Kite Man, who is a character that spun out of the Harley Quinn cartoon. Kite Man and his new girlfriend, Golden Glider, who's like an ice skating villain theme,
Tanya Harding.
uh, by Noonan's bar because it's where all the villains go to hang out. It's like
Okay.
the water hole where all the villains hang out. So it's kind of neat that it's like it's so close to Hitman. I love it, but it's not Hitman, and it makes me sad. But also, do you remember Johnny? I think it's Mo Doubles, the
No.
two-headed mobster guy from the
Oh
very
yeah,
first
yeah,
issue,
yeah.
and his brother gets his head blown off, and he's just got a
Yeah.
dead brother in half. He's in it.
Let
He's one of
me
the
ask
main
you,
characters in it.
is at some point they collected Hitman in like an omnibus, I think.
I don't think they did an omnibus. They should,
Like
but they never did.
at your store, because I have like the beginning and like I don't know, I have gaps in my collection. I'd love to reread it, but I don't know shy of going and buying individual back issues, which could be
Oh, just
take
tell me which
forever.
ones you're looking for, and I'll see what I can find.
Like issue wise, or
Or
like
just back the trade they collected. It's all collected in trade.
it is okay. Okay, that's really
Yeah,
like I don't know why I
but
didn't just
they're
ask that.
probably all out of print. But we still have several of them lying around. So if
Okay,
you
I'll figure
figure
out what
out
I
which
need.
ones you need, yeah.
Okay.
Because that's one I feel like I remember. That's one that um DC really screwed the pooch on that one. I thought. I
They
remember
really did.
when they started putting those out in trades. I remember I sold 10 of those first trades, and the next week or something like that, I remember people coming in and being like, "The Hitman book was awesome. Where's the second trade?"
And they
I
never
was
did
like,
one.
"No, they did it. They did it a year later. They put it out one
Oh,
trade a year, and at that rate." That 10 people turned into 3 people by the second trade and 0 people by the third trade because you took too damn long to put it out. And by the time they put out the last trade, trade one was out of print. So like they just did such an awful. I'm grateful that they put it all out in trade, but it took them forever to do it because that's just
I
how
I
their graphic novel system reprint system
I
works.
feel like they put the first trade out maybe when the series was still going,
So they
and
did
then never
do.
did another trade, and then later did another series of trades.
Yes, that's what they did.
Okay, because
Yes,
I
but
remember
when they did
waiting.
that, yeah, But when they finally got around to doing the trades, it was like, here's the first one. But the series is said and done, and it took you
Yeah.
a year to put out the next one.
Yeah.
And I remember, like, me and my store manager, Garrett, were just livid at DC because it was like, dude, this is like, we're not going to sell 8 copies of number 8 as much. We're not going to sell as many copies of the fourth one as did we the first one because everyone's annoyed that they can't finish this book.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's the same
I
with a lot of books.
I don't know why I didn't read that one all the way through. I bought the first issue and I read it for a while, and I don't remember why I didn't keep going, even though like it came out right, like number one came out very shortly after Preacher. Like basically, like, oh, what else? This is
Yeah.
hot. What else has this guy got? Right. And so they do this other monthly book that takes place in the DC universe. Maybe that was part of it. I don't know. But I didn't read it as religiously, and I don't know why, because it's fucking awesome. And then, like, after a couple
It
years, I
is.
jumped back on and was like, this book is great. What have I been doing?
But yeah,
Hindsight.
Hitman, or Kite Man, it's silly, it's fun, it's very much like Venture Brothers and that silly adult humor, which I enjoy because it's kind of fun watching Batman not being as serious but making jokes at an adult level, like an
Hmm.
Adult Swim type level. But there is so far 3 or 4, if not Noonan's alone, being there's a lot of Hitman influences, and sadly, I think this is as close as we'll ever get to a Hitman.
You never know.
Yeah, um, you know, no doubles. Well, Six Pack alone, I just love the fact that Six Pack in it has lines. He's just not a background character. He has some really raunchy, awful lines in the thing.
I'll totally check this out. I didn't realize that's what it was.
Yeah,
I
there's only 3 episodes out. It's not bad, but it's silly. It's like I said, if you've watched Harley Quinn, it's the exact same thing because it's set in that universe.
Okay. I saw the first episode. I liked it, but eventually I'll get back to it. I know I told you this before, and I just promised our friend Chris, because I didn't realize James Gunn actually like directed that show. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, he's like, no, he's like heavily involved. I thought it was just them taking that character and spinning it. So I would like to rewatch that Suicide Squad and then watch Peacemaker. I mean,
I am.
I'm the same with you though. It's time. It's taken me
Yeah,
2 months to watch 6 episodes of White House Plumbers. Like it's just, I mean, what the fuck, man?
like I have time, but it's like my time for like an hour show versus like a half-hour show. Like when I see something like a half hour, it's like, oh, I'm gonna watch that. Like Time Bandits, we watched Time Bandits today because it was like 40 minutes.
Oh, is
Um,
that's isn't Taika Waititi
yeah,
doing that now?
yeah, it was
That's
pretty good.
crazy.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, I'm excited about the like shows like that. I tend to like gravitate more to, like, unlike Invincible, which is like an hour long. It's like I don't have an hour of my day off to like sit there and watch a cartoon.
Well, yeah, and I
I
mean
want to. I tell myself I do, but then it's like I gotta mow the yard, I gotta like do dishes, I gotta clean house, I gotta whatever.
like really Kirsten's more into Invincible than I am, and I feel bad because I just straight up we watched that first episode back when it came back after the mid-season split, and I mean there were so many ads I couldn't believe it. I was just livid. And then
I got a
I
couple that were
even
like, thanks to AT&T, you get this ad free, but it
no,
wasn't too
that's the
many.
boys. That's
Oh,
the
it was The
boys.
Boys. Yeah,
And I got to tell you, I'm not saying I'm done with it, but I watched the first episode of The Boys and I'm like, I don't give a fuck about this show at all anymore. And it surprised me because I liked all 3 seasons so far, but I really was like, I don't know. I just don't know that I care anymore.
it's got one more season to go, and then it's done apparently. So
Yeah, I
keep
think
that in
that's a
mind.
good thing. I don't
I
know.
agree, but I enjoyed the season. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, is it already over? I guess it would be. Yeah.
Yeah, very political, but political in a way that like you. I saw someone complain about. It was like, oh, this is really woke. It's like it's not woke. It's just political, and the comic book was political when it came out. You know, it was making fun of DC characters, and it was being very political towards 9/11 and 9/11 politics. So it was, you know,
it's on brand, number one, with the comic,
yeah,
and it's better than the comic. And
I agree.
I mean, just, you know, I literally saw somebody refer to the movie Pearl, the Ty West movie Pearl, with Mia Goth, as woke. And I'm like, because there's a female protagonist? At this point, if you have anybody that's not white or a female that has a line of dialogue, somebody's going to be like, this is fucking woke bullshit. It's like, dude, fucking take it easy, right? I mean, oh, God.
Well, like, could you imagine if Alien would make it in a year in this world?
Well, so that's the thing. It's like this thing where it's like, oh, this is woke. It's like Alien is from 1970 fucking what, 8?
Yeah.
Like Ripley's the original, or I mean, Halloween, is that woke? She lives. Like,
yeah.
I just don't understand.
Is the X-Men woke? Well,
apparently.
They always
yeah,
have
been. Exactly. Black
Panther is woke. Like it's like in sci-fi nerdy comic industry, it's been woke since day one, because that's the point.
But also, so you know, the whole thing where people started like using woke as like a pejorative is when things are overly ridiculous, right? But things should be like, we should be having a greater discussion about a lot of this stuff. It doesn't mean it needs to fucking beat you over the head with it, right? But I just feel like there's just people now that like, I don't know, you just want to watch like Rambo and Schwarzenegger movies and not like nothing. Like, I don't understand. Whatever, it doesn't. This is outside the purview of the show.
That's another episode. That's another episode. Tune in. This is a preview for our other show.
Yeah.
Sean and Mike have a beer and talk shit.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Title in progress.
Title in progress. Well, all right. So, it's Drinking with Comics. I'm Sean.
I'm Mike.
Hi, I'm Sean. Join me and my friends every week for the Horror Vision, where we talk about horror movies.